Well, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. This is Dr. Calatrello, and this is the orientation session for English 252 online at Calhoun Community College in Decatur, Alabama. Let me just start by saying it could very well be that you're enrolled in English 251 and seeing this orientation session. That's because I'm trying to use the same orientation session for both classes because they are set up almost identically, with the exception of textbook and, of course, the different era of literature that's covered. English 251 is the first course in the sequence. English 252 picks up at the Civil War and goes to contemporary American literature. So don't fret if, in fact, you are in 251 and you see 252, okay? It's a wonderful sequence of courses, English 251, English 252. Looking forward to our time together, and I'm super glad that you're here and listening to the orientation session. As I mentioned a moment ago, my name is Dr. Calatrello. Sometimes students just call me Dr. C. It's a lot easier to say, and let me tell you what, it's a lot easier to spell as well. I'm located on the Decatur campus, and my office is in Harris Hall, room 354, up on the third floor. My office phone number is area code 256-306-2716, and again, you see my email here, stephen.calatrello@calhoun.edu. I want you to know that even though this is an online course, you are always more than welcome to come visit me. In fact, I would love that. And so this is just some information so that you know where to find me and how to get a hold of me. And again, I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible. I know that's not always possible, but I certainly always enjoy interacting with my students, whether they're face-to-face students or whether they're online students. Just a reminder that there is a prerequisite for English 252. Students must have completed English 102 with the grade of C or better. Talk just briefly here about textbooks and materials. I'm going to give you more information about the textbook in just a minute. The optional text or writer's reference is one that students may find helpful, and it may be that you have a writer's reference, the handbook from English 101 and English 102. If you don't have it, don't run out and buy it. There are plenty of copies of a writer's reference available to you in our libraries and in the various labs around campus. If you really need one and you can't lay your hands on one, let me know, and I will give you one to use. Obviously, you need to have reliable internet access, and you want to have a good word processor program like Microsoft Word. Hey, if you haven't learned this yet, I don't know if you realize this, but as students at Calhoun, you get free access, free licensing of the whole Office 365 software suite. And you can find that when you log into like My Calhoun and you see that portal with all those links in there. If you can't find it, let me know and I'll point you to it more directly. But that's always a wonderful resource. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the exciting news I have about the textbook for this course. Guys, it's Dr. Calatrello here. Who else? I'm super excited because yet again, I'm here to help you save some money and be successful. This semester, I'm pleased to announce in English 252, just as I did in English 251, I am providing an open access textbook for the course. Open access means just that. It's open, the access is there, it's available, it's free for all students. We're using Writing the Nation, a concise introduction to American literature. And it's an okay textbook, not perfect, but, you know, as textbooks go, it's pretty sound. And we've got some workarounds to be able to add things that this book didn't have in it that I want to make sure that we read. The textbook will be free and available to you on day one. I will have digital links in every unit that point you right to the page that you need to be reading. You can't go wrong. It's foolproof. Number of ways to interface with the text, as I said. You can, if you would like, simply use the links that I will provide for you in the course. You can download the textbook as a PDF file, and you can put it on your laptop, or you can put it on your iPad or your tablet, whatever digital device is your thing. One nice thing about the PDF way is that it allows you then to go in and you can annotate and highlight things. And I would think that would be pretty useful. Or if a traditional textbook is your thing, not to worry, you can order this on Amazon, and it's really reasonable. I want to say it's like $25 or something. And I'll provide the information for you, the ISBN, everything that you need once we're in the class. This is really nice because it's going to save you guys a lot of money. I was a student for a long time, and I remember, and certainly as an instructor, I've seen how the textbook industry is. It's an insidious industry designed to manipulate and get your money, putting out new editions when they're not really necessary. You know what I'm saying. The Norton Anthology, which is a very fantastic anthology. It's really the definitive anthology for a lot of these literature courses, but they're hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So I'm really excited about this. I hope that you are too. What else do I want to say about the textbook? Just that it's going to be there for you. It's free. Number of ways to interact with it. Again, no textbook's perfect. As I was going through this, I thought, gosh, I can't believe they didn't put this in there or this writer in there. But have no fear. What I've done with the course is for anything that I wanted us to read that wasn't in our textbook, I just went in and created PDFs and have got you links to everything that you're going to need in this course. So I'm super excited about this, and I hope that you are too. If you took my 251 class, it's the same kind of thing. And I hope there are some folks from 251 and 252. Anyways, I'm super excited about the class. Can't wait to get it going. Hey, I've got great news for you. You've already gotten started, right? You're already off to a good start because you're sitting down watching the orientation session. Good for you. I also want you to get these following things done within the first week of the semester. I want you to read through the syllabus. I want you to read through it thoroughly. Familiarize yourself with what's going to be going on, what the course is about, the objectives, the grading plan, other policies and processes and procedures. I want you to be able to ask questions as well, if you have them, because you might. Certainly after reading a syllabus and thinking about it, easy to get overwhelmed. I don't want that. Just send me a message if you've got a question. I want you to do an introduction or an introductory post on our discussion board so we kind of get to know one another a little better. Also, there's a very short, very simple syllabus quiz. I want you to do these things all in the Getting Started Learning unit. You'll see it when you jump into the course. And usually these are all these items here that are listed on the slide. I need you to get them completed successfully within the first week of the semester. Due dates are in the syllabus and also in the Blackboard course itself. Let me give you just a brief overview on the course itself. In the course, students will complete a series of learning units or learning modules. And each of these modules may include things like reading assignments. There'll be some video lectures quite often. There are journal entries that I will ask you to complete as you make your way through the course. There are also quizzes and there are some exams. The due dates for these learning modules are always available to you in the syllabus and also on the Blackboard calendar. The due date is the last date. Work for that module is accepted. So you can work at your own pace in this course. All work is completed online. There is no extra credit, guys. I'm sorry. I just can't do that. More often than not, what I find out is that students really aren't asking for extra credit. They're asking for instead of credit, right? For whatever reason, maybe you didn't complete something, and then at the end, toward the end of the term, you start thinking, oh gosh, I need to make get some more points. I just don't do that. So don't Just plan accordingly, okay? Also, I want you to make sure you see the syllabus and read through it carefully for other policies and guidelines. The course together, just do a quick preview. If I can get my computer to cooperate and successfully share my screen, we should jump in here in just a second. Okay, so I think the computer decided to play along, and now we've got my computer screen up. And when you enter the course, this is what it should look like, generally speaking. You will see it opens to the course content right here. And you will see listed in the main pane the learning modules that we will work our way through this semester. We've got our Getting Started learning module, Chapter 1. We're starting off with some poetry, some Emily Dickinson and some Walt Whitman. We'll go into a section on realism and regionalism, naturalism, modernism, and then a nice little unit on postmodernism. Particularly psyched out of my mind about a couple stories I just found in there. So getting started, I just want to draw your attention. Each one of these little portals, for lack of a better term, you can see gives you a brief description on what that learning unit contains, a description of it. You'll see also in bold print a deadline date for that work to be completed. And you will also have a very short little list of those items that need to be completed by that date. For example, in this first little unit, we've got a journal entry and a quiz, okay? And you can see as we go through, not all of the modules right now have exams. Some have quizzes, some have journals. This semester we're having 3 exams. Again, that may change in a later semester, but as of right now, this is what it's looking like, okay? So, for example, we can click into Getting Started, and you will see a table of contents that opens up, and then items that you can navigate through, an orientation video, etc., and other items of interest. Let me look at a literature-based learning unit. So when we click in here, we've got a very nice, easy to navigate. In fact, let me flip this into student preview mode so you can see what it looks like. So now we'll double click on this. We got chapter 1. We got learning outcomes, an introduction. We're starting right out of the gate hot with some Walt Whitman. But let me show you how the textbook works very briefly. I'm just going to show you a couple instances here. You'll get the picture real fast. You just click on the link, read Introduction to Walt Whitman, and guess what? Boom! There it is, Uncle Walt. Come on, man. I'm telling you what. I'm giving it to you right here. Quick and easy navigation in English 251 and English 252, right? So very simple to navigate. Song of Myself. We've got some poems here. In fact, these may be instances of like when I heard The Learned Astronomer. Yeah, this is actually a PDF that I have included, not in the textbook, but I went ahead and wanted to make sure we read this great little poem by Walt Whitman. So the hyperlinks are all easy things to click on and read, but let me show you this too. When you click on the link itself, okay, on the folder, you'll get some items of interest, some quick little videos on Whitman. Here's a nice lecture of me going over some content on Walt Whitman. In this case, I've given you presentation slides. These slides are just simply PDFs of what I'm lecturing over here in the video, so you can follow along, okay? Oh, do yourself a favor and check this out. A wonderful little Alabama Whitman project. Okay, I don't want to get sidetracked. Let me get back out of here. So this is what the learning units look like. Same thing. You click on Emily Dickinson. You got some videos, a lecture, some slides. At some point, you can see in this module, you're going to be asked to prepare and post a journal. And you'll click on the journal link, and it will bring you to a particular prompt. Similar with the quizzes. The quizzes, you probably have taken them on Blackboard before, but they're all, let me tell you what, they're all very short. I usually set timers for them, usually 10 minutes. They're usually true, false, multiple choice. They pull questions from a very large pool of questions, so no two quizzes are identical. What else is of interest to you right now? Let me think. I'm just bopping along here. Again, video lecture slides, and then some reading assignments. God, we got some great stuff ahead, you guys. Some Mark Twain, some William Dean Howells. Guys, I can't wait for you guys to read this little story here, Editha by William Dean Howells. Oh, hold on to your hat. It's great. This is a great unit right here, this regional period in American literature. Sarah Orne Jewett, that's good stuff. And again, here you got a quiz in here. Right now, I don't have the exams posted because I'm still working on them right now. Or it may be that they're there, okay, by the time you're listening to this. Again, at the time I'm recording this, I don't have the exams created yet and posted in there because I'm still doing some tweaking on them, okay? But my point is this, is that everything that you're going to need to complete in each of these learning modules is contained within the module itself, okay? The reading assignments, the video lectures, the journals, the quizzes, if there's an exam, everything you need, baby, going to be right there for you. And nice and clear, you've got your due date right there. The dates are also available in the Blackboard calendar, which I will make sure I put here because I see that I don't have it here yet. So I'll make sure I put a link to the calendar there as well. Here's some other navigation things, just simple, intuitive things. You don't need me to explain. If you need to send me a message, click on Message Dr. C. Write me a message. Discussion board, okay. I don't have any like prescribed posts that are at this point. Again, at the point of this recording, I don't have any discussion board posts that are part of your course grade. It may be that I throw a question up there just so we can maybe discuss an idea, or if you have a question, I certainly encourage you to post a discussion question there as well. Gosh, you guys, and this is a link to your grades. I send out announcements every week, usually every Monday morning. You get a message from me letting you know what's going on, any news, any special announcements, any things that are coming up. I like to remind students of deadlines as they approach so that we don't forget those. I take attendance once a week as well. Make sure you're still there. There is a policy that allows me to administratively withdraw students if you kind of go AWOL on me. And it happens. I've been doing this for 30 years, and so nothing really surprises me anymore. But I expect you guys to be logging into the course regularly and interacting, checking your announcements, checking your messages, checking your discussion board. Just like a normal class, okay? Course information here is just like it sounds, right? I'm going to give you a syllabus here, some background information on yours truly, but basically a copy of your syllabus is there as well. The link to the journals. The link to the journals, you'll see them here. You can access them this way, or you can also access them through the learning unit as well. Okay. Let me just say this about the journals. The journals are private, so I'm the only one who reads them. It's just a communication between the two of us about a particular question that I'm posing you. I want you to think about and write a little bit about. Gosh, I can't think of anything else right now, but as soon as I push stop record, I know I'm going to think, oh gosh, I should have said this, but I'm just going to go ahead and go ahead and pause the recording here. If something occurs to me, I'll go ahead and post it in an announcement to you guys. Okay? All right. Let me pause this right now. Listen up. I know you're going to have questions, and questions are normal and to be expected. Questions about how the course is organized, questions about where to find things are certainly normal. Don't hesitate ever, please, to reach out to me if you've got a question that you need help with, okay? That's what I'm here for. And certainly questions about the course content as well, questions about the literature that we are reading. It's normal to have questions and to want to discuss the literature that we're reading. And so please use the discussion board accordingly, right? If you will post your question on the discussion board, then I can answer it, and everybody benefits, right? Because chances are, if you have that question, somebody else has had that question as well. And so encourage you to do that. I'm looking forward to the semester together. It's going to be great. I spent a lot of time working on the course, and certainly had some help along the way from my faithful companion, Charlie. So anyway, thanks for hanging out and listening to the orientation. I'll see you in the class.